mental fatigue and mental stress can often create lapses in communication and lapses in concentration. It's not only about what's exactly in front of you, but it's also what's beside you, what's behind you, what's in front of you, what's two people back, right? And the best of the best are able to see all of those things in an instant, and they process that data really quickly. When you're tired, you process slower.
Welcome to Limitless Minds, the podcast where curiosity meets greatness. If you're ready to discover what it takes to be truly limitless and push beyond your own limits, you're in the right place.
Welcome back to the Limitless Minds Podcast. We are here post semifinals of the World Cup. And because Travis and I like talking about soccer, we're like, let's just record it. It's not coming home, as Anna just noted for us, our amazing producer. She noted it's not coming home. She also, by the way, hit record really fast, so we weren't quite prepared to jump up. But we're agile. We teach agility as a skill, and we're ready to go. We're ready to go.
Josh, and again, I mean, we're jumping right in. Shout out to England and shout out to the English fans. Shout out to the English Football Club, because Josh, I will argue that in the history of English football, even though they're not bringing it home, even though they're not coming home, I will say, right, the 1966 title, right, congratulations, even mired in controversy, congratulations. I'm assuming that is the biggest win in English history. I will say a close second is the England-Mexico, the victory in Azteca.
Yeah.
So again, only one team gets to win in the end. It only happens every 4 years, but man, I think if you're an English fan, I mean, the loss is brutal. The loss is brutal because we can get into it, Josh.
We're going to get into it.
Yeah,
we're going to get into it.
But still.
But because why? Why is the loss brutal? I interrupted you. Why?
Yeah.
Because why?
Why, Josh? Because you can't park the bus on Messi.
You cannot park the bus on Messi.
No.
You can't do it.
Should have been 4-1.
He's like, when you get into traffic and you're in a big traffic jam and you see the guy with the little motorcycle zip through everything. That's Messi.
Yeah.
He's just zipping through everything. He just finds a way to find the spaces and all that. I stepped back a second. And if you remember the last time we talked on the podcast with our fabulous colleague, Joanna Lohman, if you have not listened to that podcast, go back and listen to it, not only for the soccer content, but for the life skills that we extrapolate from there. I think there's some really good stuff in there. But we talked about how no country that had a coach from another country had ever won the World Cup.
Yeah.
And it hit me that Tuchel is German, and the Germans hate the English. And I think what he did tactically had nothing to do with wanting to win. He just wanted the English to suffer. He just wanted the English to suffer. So instead of letting Declan Rice, who was a part of 17-18 1-0 wins for the Arsenal, the English Premier League champions, he pulls them off. Subs. No Arsenal players get on the pitch outside of Declan Rice. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Well, Josh, you know what? Again, I know
as an Arsenal fan, I'm just saying.
We tend to go with the World Cup series that we've been doing. We tend to go footy heavy. But as I was preparing some notes for today, and I did prepare some notes.
That's
the
one
thing
of us.
the thing that stood out to me was let's look at the four managers from these two games from a leadership perspective, and some amazing things have come out with them from a leadership perspective.
Without a doubt.
So let's start with Tuchel. Right, if you know anything about Thomas Tuchel, his resume is brilliant coach, brilliant tactician. He is a short-term, right? He's a short-term coach, right? He wears his players out over the long term.
Yeah.
All you have to do is watch him on the sideline for one half of football, and you will see someone who loses his mind for 90 minutes a game. The way he rides players, and from having some players who have played under Tuchel that I'm very familiar with, they just talk about how difficult it is to play for him during those matches, how personal his attacks are, and how that wears thin. And the cracks started to show even after the Norway game. He's calling out the team, and your star Jude Bellingham is going, whoa, hold on. Like, this is a tough game. This is a tough tournament. Like, we stayed together. We got the win. And there, you can start to see that there's a little bit of a schism that was happening in place. And then again, you go to the tactical changes that he made. You go up a goal in the 55th minute. That is, and the tactical changes.
That's a long time in the park to bust.
Go defensive. And it can't just say, well, it worked against Mexico, it's going to work in this situation. And you saw it right away. As soon as you saw, wait a second, are they really going to try to park this and hold on to a 1-0 lead against Messi and give him time on the ball now and let him get serves in? And then you could just feel it was coming. A couple of huge saves by Pickford. They hit 2 posts.
Listen,
it was,
Enzo Fernandez, though.
It was inevitable.
It felt inevitable, but that goal from Enzo Fernandez was just art.
Amazing.
It's like, you just don't strike a ball that good. It was so beautiful. And he had just missed. Don't forget, he had just missed like 5 minutes before, 2 minutes before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and it's funny, though, to watch. I don't know if you've done this. I do this. I love soccer. I never played, strangely enough, but I fell in love with it working at IMG Academy and working with some amazing coaches and just being around it.
Some would argue that I never played as well, Josh. Some would argue that having seen me play, Travis hasn't played either.
I also lived in England for a year and fell in love with it when I was living over there doing my junior year abroad in college. So since 1993, I've been kind of addicted to the world of soccer. And I love to go back and look at how the goal was created. And what I've learned over the years is there's really 3 ways a goal is created. Ready? And tell me if I'm missing anything. Number 1, a moment of brilliance from a magical player, just a magical shot. Think the 40-yard screamer top corner. Think, Messi dribbling 5.
The first Norwegian goal against England that put him up 1-0. Just a moment of brilliance. Yeah.
Okay. Number 2 is a defensive error.
Yep.
Like just a bad. We right. Think freeze.
We're still trying to move past.
Right. That's a perfect example. Or not like a miscommunication on the defensive side and somebody gets wide open. Mm-hmm. And then number 3 is a combination of either extraordinary effort from one player or a lack of effort from a defensive player. And if you look at every goal that's scored, one of those 3 is apparent. Sometimes all 3 are apparent. Sometimes it's 2 of them. Sometimes it's 1 of them. But on the first goal to Enzo Fernandez, he just gets left wide open. Yeah. And if you roll it back and you look at where the players are from England, there's a miscommunication of who's supposed to track where. And Messi was 1-on-1 on the outside, but there was also cover behind the wing.
Right.
And so the person who came over to help double had left Enzo Fernandez on the top of the box. And when they left him there, Messi goes, "Oh, there's a guy wide open." Boom, goal. So I think that's one of those things too. And here's I'm going to just kind of bring this back around to the mental side. Why does that occur? Well, mental fatigue and mental stress can often create lapses in communication and lapses in concentration.
Yeah.
And so I think when you talk about concentration on the soccer pitch, it's not only about what's exactly in front of you, but it's also what's beside you, what's behind you, what's in front of you, what's 2 people back, right? And the best of the best, they're able to see all of those things in an instant, and they process that data really quickly. When you're tired, you process slower. And so I think that parking the bus, what that does is it creates a lot of mental fatigue. And correct me if I'm wrong there.
Yeah, a lot of mental fatigue. It sends a clear message, right? Psychologically, it sends a message to your team that we're gonna pack it in and kind of hope to close this out.
Hope is not a strategy, Travis. Hope is not a strategy.
It also sends a psychological message to the opponent that they're gonna let us get on the ball now. It's so like Messi comes to life. Now I've got time on the ball. Like he had working so hard just to get on the ball for the first 55 minutes.
Yeah.
And
when he did get on the ball, just getting absolutely clattered. That first yellow card, my gosh, he got slaughtered. I was like, oh my gosh. He bounces right back up though.
It's demoralizing for England, for the team that's on the defensive, because when you do win a ball and you're able to get it, and then it immediately turns right back over because you're just not set up to keep the ball.
Yep.
And you could just see I felt like my entire college career was never being able to possess the ball. So all you're doing the entire time, you're like, this is miserable. All we're doing is defending. No one gets into soccer to just be defensive. the entire time. So
except for Tony Adams.
Well, Josh, on the flip side, so from a leadership perspective, okay. So again, I think Tuchel's going to be given a ton of credit for having an amazing World Cup until the end. And if you look at you look at a style that, let's say, just from the surface, would be a very dictatorial coaching style.
Sure.
Right? I'm going to scream at you. I'm going to direct you. I'm going to remote control coach you. On the other side of the ball,
yes.
Lionel Scaloni. Lionel Scaloni. Great video came out. Just saw a post on Instagram.
Spectacular.
With it's Scaloni with his central midfielder Leandro Paredes. Right. It looks like, I think it's probably the second hydration break in the second half. They're down 1-0, and someone was able to read lips and translate the entire conversation. It's Scaloni talking to Paredes, central midfielder, and Paredes is telling him, "Listen, it's the way that they're set up. I can't get to the ball." Right, and they're having a dialogue. It's emotional, right? It's highly, like, they're not just like having a cup of coffee. They're having a very sort of like emotional conversation, but they're listening. Scaloni is listening. Paredes is telling him they're blocking our passing lanes, and he's telling him we need to bring another center back in to give us a numerical advantage to open up the passing lane. Scaloni is not arguing with him. Scaloni is listening to him.
Yep.
What does Scaloni do? He goes to the team. He makes the adjustment. This is collaborative leadership.
Based on what the players on the field are seeing, feeling, and understanding.
Right. And Messi has been doing this the entire tournament.
Yes.
Messi has been communicating and coaching with the staff and with his players. They've been problem solving together. It's when leaders and coaches see themselves as, this is a we, not an us management style. There's not leadership in players. There is leadership and players.
We're doing this together, boys. We're doing this together.
We're doing this together. It's no different in the corporate space, but to be able to see that, just to see those two conflicting approaches in that game and to see the result of it was just really cool to see.
You know what it reminded me of, and I don't know if you saw his press conference after the game, where he's talking about these athletes have been under pressure since they were as little as they can be. They played in dirt. They played in horrible situations. The stuff they've seen and gone through to get here, like, they're tough as nails. I never worry about their toughness. It's like he's helping create their identity. It's like beautiful.
Just reinforcing
their identity of like, doesn't matter what comes our way. We've always found a way, and we're going to get through it. Like, that's awesome.
Here's a crazy stat, Josh, for you before
yes.
Before I know we talk about the other game, but crazy stat. After England scores to go up 1-0, it's the 55th minute.
Yeah, I saw this stat. Go.
12% possession for the rest of the game.
Unbelievable.
How do you expect to win?
Yeah, exactly. If you're giving up 88% of the possession
against the team that has only scored after, they've come back in every game, 9 goals after the 79th minute, 6 of those in extra time.
To be fair, Tuchel has forgotten more about soccer than you and I could ever do, but Absolutely. It's fun to be the Saturday morning quarterback here, or Monday morning quarterback. But here's the other thing that I see from Scaloni that is so amazing, and I saw this in Chicago with the Cubs, is trust. Joe Madden's initial press conference. Ready for this? His first press conference ever, right before he buys the entire press corps drinks at the Cubby Bear. He says, I trust the players. They have my trust already. I have to earn their trust. Talk about leadership.
Yeah.
Talk about leadership. I knew we were going to win the World Series as soon as I heard that. I was like, hey, this is happening. Like, this guy gets it. And I think that's what you see from him as well, as there's an implicit trust to his team. And again, we're together in this and we're communicating. The other part you were talking about, leaders leading. The third goal against Egypt, if you roll that back, they steal the ball from Salah as he tries to go 1v2.
Mm-hmm.
They steal the ball from Salah, and the defender picks his head up, and Messi's in the middle of the field pointing to the ball that is the great pass all the way over him. He already saw it. He saw the guy take off. I forget who they passed it out to, who had the great cross in for the third goal. But he was pointing. He's like, go there. It's awesome. Yeah. And that's them together. I thought it was beautiful. So,
Josh,
yes.
So to your point, even the Joe Madden example, I love that. So, when we're speaking to leaders or aspiring leaders or coaches, to take that mindset of it's my job to earn their trust, right? Hey, they're pro athletes, or if I'm taking over a sales team, I already have quality salespeople. Then how do I build that trust? How do I build that trust then as the leader in the room, as the coach, as the leader? What can I do, or what did Joe Madden do to build that trust?
Clarity, clarity, clarity. Say what you're going to do and then do it, and then communicate, communicate, communicate. So, I mean, those are the things that build trust. Is, Joe Madden's first talk to the entire staff and all the players, spring training 2015, gets all the players together. They're all a little nervous because they're like, heard stuff about Joe, but they don't really know him yet. He's meeting the team for the first time, pulls them all together. He's like, hey, I'm just going to tell you, we got a couple rules here. Here they are. You ready? Number one, the first rule is be on time. Be on time. And be on time, we talked about it later, has a lot of different connotations.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only showing up on time for your stretch, showing up on time for your nutrition, showing up on time for the game, for your batting practice, but it's about being on time in the game as well. Being on time to, make sure that you're in the right position at second base, make sure you're, you know what the count is, like all that stuff. That was being on time. So it was a little bit deeper than just be on time, but he kept it simple. Hey, be on time. The second rule is when we travel, guys, I think it's really important. If you look hot, wear it. Okay, that's it, guys. Let's get out there. And the guys lost it. They were laughing their butts off. They loved it, because there's so many times in baseball, it was like, you got to wear a suit and tie to go on the plane. You literally walk from the hotel, you get on the plane, you fall asleep, you have a couple drinks on the plane, you get to the next place, you walk off the plane, you walk into your hotel. You're outside for maybe a minute, and you got to wear a suit and tie for that?
Right.
Like, what are we doing? So it was really funny. So he was just like, that's antiquated. I don't like antiquated things. I like new things. And if you look hot, wear it. And so the guys loved it. But it also showed trust.
Yeah.
Also showed trust him. He's like, you guys know how to dress. What are we doing? You're adults.
There's so much additional psychological safety that's built into. We have two rules. One of them is be on time. The other one is if you look hot, wear it. Right? There is so much implied trust, implied respect, implied value, and it says so much about joy and fun and everything within that. Yeah, it's making sure that we're keeping the main thing without having to create a list of rules that almost sort of disrespects the professionalism of the person that's worked their butt off to get in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So,
all right, Josh,
okay, let's go. So let's switch over. Let's come back to the beautiful game, the world's game of football. And let's talk Spain, who, by the way, I don't know if you all want to go back to that last podcast. There's one guy out of the three of us, Joe, Anna Lohman, Travis Thomas, and Joshua Lifrak. One of those three predicted that Spain would be in the final. I don't know who it was, though.
Yeah, who was that?
It was me.
Oh, it was you. It was you. And hey, shout out to you. Shout out to Spain. Again, like, not a fluke at all when you've beaten France the last two times that you've played them.
I thought it was something even like 5 out of the last 6, Travis. I think it's even bigger.
Has it been like that?
It's pretty intense.
You're the reigning Euro champs.
Yep.
Right?
Which some people say is harder than the World Cup to win.
They are now 31 games unbeaten. Is that right?
Something to that nature.
Something like that. Maybe even worse. I should have taken that note. Sorry, someone can fact check me. And so here is an interesting thing about the beautiful game. And this, to me, Josh, becomes the narrative for the final, which is when you have a team so talented with Mbappe, the entire roster, and it doesn't matter how good you are if you never have the ball. Dembele, Mbappe, like, I don't care how good you are. And to your list, like 3 ways to score goals. The fourth one I took a note, Josh, was the fourth way that you score a goal is that you play keep away. The second goal, right? Mm-hmm. Starts in their defensive third, played to the keeper, played it around, France is like, we got some of the best athletes in the world. We're going to hard press you. And like Spain's like having a cup of tea as they break this press in the back.
Sangria.
working up the field, boom,
The
wall
paella's
pass.
ready.
Here we
Let's go.
Oh, and it's just like,
By
if
the
you're
way,
fan-
defensive error on that. Defensive error.
well, yeah, when
There
you
was, because
go-
he didn't track the Pedro Porro goes unmarked.
yeah,
He
you're
passes
hypnotized.
it into Danny Almo. Danny Almo kind of possibly could have gotten fouled. It could have been called. But when he passes to Danny Almo, the entire French team turns and looks at Danny Almo. Pedro Porro just keeps running. And I forget who was marking him, but they just stood still.
Yeah.
They
Well,
didn't mark him. Boom, boom,
And
goal.
and to your point, it's the same thing from England, Argentina. When you are defending the entire time and you don't have the
Yes.
ball,
Yes.
like you just
Mental energy required.
all of a sudden that one, I forgot to step, I forgot to follow, and then just like that, and it was.
And
just
that's the elite
wow.
level too, Travis. I think I want to be clear here too, is that at the elite levels, at the highest levels, one little mistake costs you.
Yeah.
And it takes that
Yeah.
much mental energy, it
No.
takes that much focus, it takes that much effort to just stay switched on. It's
Yeah.
really, 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 really hard.
Yeah,
And that's why they're the best of the best.
I remember like late in that game, I think it was Mbappe. Like he was never on the ball. He never had space. I remember
Never
like
touched it.
He had like like late in the game he had a touch and he just like tried to hit a ball from like 30 out.
Yeah, it
And
is sailed over.
And you're just like, that was an encapsulation of the
Yeah.
entire game where like
But Spain, the thing that was
so
cool too
good.
is they go up 2-0 and they don't really change.
No.
The best
No.
defense sometimes is a good offense.
A good offense. Again, keep away. What's the best? What's the way to defend a team? Well, if they never have the ball, then they're never dangerous.
And France did have the ball, but they just didn't have it in
No.
dangerous positions.
No.
And they couldn't do it. And Spain was really good to close down, and they just worked their butts off. What was interesting about that one, I want to talk about the leader there, and I want to hear your thoughts on this, is that coach. I was like, where did he come from? Right? Because whatever, we're American and we don't know a ton about European soccer.
Yeah.
We know a lot, but not a ton. And I was like, I hadn't seen this guy before. Was he at Villarreal? Was he, no, he was the youth team coach. And he started with these guys when they were 14, 15, 16 years old. And he's been with them the entire time. So
Luis,
can you talk
Luis
about
de la
that?
Fuente. Mhm.
Yeah. Can you talk about that? I'm sure you have some notes on it.
So, De La Fuente, what's going to be interesting in the final is that Scaloni for Argentina actually did some training under De La Fuente. So,
Did not know this.
know each other really well, like each other, but know each other really well. So, that's quite a training tree or coaching tree.
Oh my gosh, yes.
If you will. But again, you look at, to your point, coaches that come through, when they come through the youth level, when they come through the academy level, when they're not just a quote unquote big time former player who gets an opportunity. And there's been, again, like Didier Deschamps on the other side of the field.
25
right?
years to the French. He's been with the French national team as a player or a coach for 25 years.
Coach. So it's not like, one way is better than another. But when you look at the relationships with the players, right? Maybe the guy who wasn't maybe a star worked his way up through the academy. I think you see that, and again with De La Fuente, you see a very collaborative leadership style with his players. And so, and again, no knock to Deschamps at all. I mean, amazing coach, amazing run, was this close to going to 3 straight World Cups,
3 straight World Cup finals,
winning one as a player. And so it's just like when the teams are just that, exactly. When the teams are just that good. And on one particular day, Spain is just that much better. It's just like, someone's got to lose. But looking ahead for me, Josh, is looking ahead to the final, and it's finally here, and it's a banner final, right? Any of the 4 teams in the final, any of the matchups would have been amazing. So
first time European champion playing the
reigning World Cup
or
champion.
the South American champion,
yeah, World Cup champion against Euro champion, like. You've got Messi baptized, the picture of him kind of like
baptizing Lamine Yamal.
So
who, by the way, was baptized because he had won a contest. It wasn't because they knew he was going to be Lamine Yamal, but apparently it helped.
Yes. So is this the passing of the torch? Does the student become the teacher? Such great storylines. And so for me, going into the final now, I would love to get your prediction. The question then becomes, is, can Argentina get the ball?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Will they have will they have the ball enough, or is Spain able just to kind of dictate the terms of the game like they did against France? So that's what I'm really really curious about, and just to see how they come out tactically, how they come out structurally, and how they approach it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that too. I'm just so curious about it. But I want to say a couple things. Number one is I encourage people are going to hear this podcast after the final is played, but go back. I know most people, like I watch it on YouTube TV, who's, by the way, sponsored by YouTube TV, the Limitless Minds Podcast.
Here we go. Well,
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, exactly.
Are we? I should be getting free YouTube TV. I'm not getting free YouTube TV.
Me too. You can go back and watch, like you can record it and then go back and watch. And I would encourage people to watch the Argentinian players sing the national anthem.
Oh, scream!
You
mean scream the national anthem?
I was on a plane watching it. I got chills. I had tears in my eyes. And it's just, that's the difference, folks. People want to know why American soccer is it. Watch the Argentinians sing their national anthem. Then you'll know why. You'll know why. It's stunning. It just, wah, right? So I'm very curious about how that passion. So again, there's things that count that you cannot count. And that passion, that love, that desire, that it is going to rip my heart out if I don't win. I will do anything possible. To hear the Argentinian players talk about Messi, talking about he's 39 years old and he gives everything that he has to every training and every game. How could I not? How can I not run until my legs fall off? It's like, yeah, like so I kind of feel like my brain tells me Spain's probably going to win. My heart tells me that Argentina's going to win.
Yeah. I love that. I love it's the heart versus head, conversation. I will choose. I'm going to go with Spain. I think this World Cup is just primed for drama.
Yeah.
Right. It's primed for drama. It would shock me in the least if again Spain gets up in this game and it's Argentina who is pushing for a late goal, an extra time goal, anything. It would shock me in the least. But yeah, I'll choose Spain 2-1 in the final.
Interesting. All right, sounds good. I like it.
Yeah.
Just the other thing I want to kind of bring up too, and this is about Spain that I heard and I loved. It was from the 19-year-old Lamine Yamal, who's been in the spotlight. Started playing for Barcelona at age 15. To put that in perspective, Barcelona plays in a stadium that has 90,000 people in it. He's 15 years old. He's running out there. Yeah. And they asked him about pressure and how did you see this? I don't know if you saw this or not.
Yeah.
They asked him about how he manages pressure. And he goes, well, I don't really think of it as pressure because I'm just having so much fun. Like every time I'm out there and I'm playing soccer, it's just fun for me. I just truly appreciate it. I have so much gratitude for it. And it's just fun. Even if we're losing, it's just still fun. I just love it. And so I thought that was so brilliant. And actually it was funny because I was giving a talk earlier this week and it was the morning before that I saw that clip. It was the morning of that talk. And I was kind of like, I don't know, a little edgy. It I don't know why. I was just a little bit off kilter. This happens, right? Biorhythms sometimes are off. And I saw that clip and I was like, oh, I know what my intention is for today, Travis. My intention is fun and joy. Yeah. And sure enough, the organization, the 300 leaders that we met with, we just had a blast. We had so much fun. So I think that's a big key too, is, Spain's going in and they're like, their best players, like, I'm going to have fun. This is awesome. And I think Argentina's going in and they're like, we're burning the boats. So that's why I think the heart over the mind too.
Yeah. And to have your spiritual leader and your GOAT in Argentina who is sacrificing everything he has, right? For that one last game, right? You have to kind of think this probably this one's probably the last one. And how can't you leave it all out there? One last time.
By the way, I am not betting on this game at all. I have no clue who's going to win. Zero. I am so intrigued. No. I'm so curious about how this plays out. I'm so excited about it.
Yeah.
It should be good.
Yeah. Well, hey, since we are, the Limitless Minds podcast, and we're all about, the best of sports mental conditioning in the corporate world. Just read a great article in The Athletic about Erling Haaland today and kind of his mental approach to the game. Even though obviously Norway's out, he had an amazing World Cup, but like he talks about how there's been these just legendary videos about how Haaland works out and how he his really, really physical workouts. And he was being interviewed and he's like, yeah, I just whenever he goes, we talk about in Limitless Minds, talk to yourself, don't listen to yourself. And he's like, yeah, he goes, whenever I notice myself getting tired or feeling tired or thinking tired, right? One of his mantras is, I'm not tired. So, right. The simplicity of it, and again, just the talking to yourself. Hey, the scientific studies have been done about, taking a group and half the group just do the normal workout. And the other half of the group, you ask them to come up with mantras for themselves that they're going to say to themselves when they get tired. And the mantra group outperforms the other group by 18%, right? They exert the same energy, but they go a little bit further, 18% further, right? Just by that little bit, hey, I am tired, but can I do one more, right? Or just that talking to them, talking to ourselves. So
you know what my mantra is, Travis?
Your mantra would be, don't suck.
Try not to suck, certainly is one of them. But my real mantra is, I'm as handsome as Travis Thomas. I'm as handsome as Travis Thomas. I'm as handsome as Travis Thomas. And like me.
We can all dream.
People like me.
We can all dream.
I'm dreaming of an amazing World Cup final, which I'm super excited about. And I hope all of our Limitless Minds people who have been subscribing, and if you're not subscribed to the Limitless Minds podcast, please just go do that right now. Just hit that subscribe. You're going to learn about sports. You're going to get some inside views about baseball, soccer, NBA, whatever it might be, the sports we've had a chance to be around. And you're going to get some, how can you translate that to leadership? How can you translate that to your own performance every single day? So keep subscribing to us. We love doing the podcast. We love having listeners. We love hearing from you all. So feel free to reach out. And with that being said, we'll probably have to come on one more time next week, Travis, and we'll have to kind of do the entire wrap.
Break it down.
To see who's right. So just for clarity, I have Argentina winning. You have Spain winning. Is this correct?
I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to go 2-1 Spain. España.
2-1 Spain.
España.
Okay. I'm not predicting a score. I'm just going to say Argentina with the Ganar. With the Ganar.
Yeah.
So, all right, folks, that's it. We're done. We're out of here. Enjoy this. See if we're right or wrong next week. As you hear it, just go, Lifrak has no clue. Travis is the smartest. He's not only handsome, but smart. And continue to tune in, and more tips, more tools. As always, incredible guests coming up over the next couple months as well. And with that, we will say, you don't have to be sick.
Don't be sick to get better.
And try not to suck.